What's up everyone, Mr. Barb with Arc Startup episode 6. So in this episode we're gonna go on another server and we're gonna go get ourselves a few cryopods and stuff like that. So yeah, so last episode we tamed a bunch of stuff. Well, we tamed a bunch of stuff. Actually we tamed two. We tame a Sarco and we tame a moss chop. So in this episode we're gonna head out and we're gonna go on ourselves, have an adventure on Genesis Part 2. Why I want to go on Genesis Part 2? Pretty easy. The thing that I want to do on Genesis Part 2 is that you can go do the mission and you get reward point. They call them hexagon, and when you get those things you can access the small robot that following you everywhere, and when you access his inventory you can buy some stuff. And that's why we're gonna go out there and we're gonna go buy ourselves a few cryopod. It's gonna be a lot easier to go there and craft a few cryos and to stay here, farm the stuff to do it, level up and stuff like that. So as I'm gonna transfer, I'm gonna go back to the red obelisk and we're gonna be able to transfer server to server like that. So since this unofficial is a cluster, I can go and just like jump around the map, but I could not go from this map to a brand new cluster, and just except if the people do it in the setting, but there's so many there's so few people that do it, so it's not a big problem. You just have to find the right cluster for you. So here you see me, I'm gonna go to the red obelisk. We're gonna transfer to Genesis Part 2. Do not leave Dino here, admin. Okay. Just gonna kill this Carno real quick. After we kill him, harvest him, take off the saddle because you cannot. Like as soon as I'm gonna put the Sarco inside the transmitter, it's gonna tell me basically that it's gonna empty out all of what he got in his inventory. That we don't mind. So let's go and travel to another server. So when you use the travel to another server, you're gonna wait a little bit. You think the game will freeze, but it's not freezing, it's just popping the other map. So here you see we got all the map unlock on this cluster, but I'm going to Gen 2. Here we go. So just a little reminder. When you travel, make sure that you got all your stuff. If you travel with them, you can travel with them in pods inside your inventory. Lot less chance to lose it all like that. Sometimes you're gonna travel to a new server, and as you're gonna see right now, you're gonna see a bad thing happened to me right now. So I went there, choose the first spawn, decided to take it, and here I am, stuck inside a base. Wow, this is super fun. So right now for about, I would say 2 minutes, yeah, for about 2 minutes you're gonna see me punch around and try to break free of that trap. But it didn't work. So basically what I end up doing, I end up trying to put on the tech suit from Genesis and fly off the base, and it did work. I end up by just restarting the game after a bit, and it didn't work. I was still inside the base, so I had to run in circle inside the base till I run out of life because I was in hunger. I was my character was out of food, out of water, and I was like really stuck there inside of it. So yeah, when you go and you travel from server to server, sometimes the people's gonna build near a spawn place, or even if they don't know, because most of the time the people don't know. Some of them do know that their building is inside a spawn place and they don't give a F, but most of the time they really don't know. But if I see that the name is the people are online, I'm gonna try to speak to them like, hey, I'm stuck inside your base, can you help me out? If not, I'm just gonna try my best to die the fastest that I can, so I can at least go ahead and try to exit the damn place. So you're gonna see in about 10 seconds it's gonna switch back because I cut the video. I end up dying and respawn in another place. Here we go. So I died, choose a different spawn, pray to God that it was not inside another base, because sometimes it's happened. Sometimes it's happened. You're gonna spawn back in another spawn and you're gonna spawn inside of someone else's base, and it's like, oh my god, this server. So right now this is Gen 2. I don't know if anyone ever saw it or something. If you didn't saw it, it's a cool map. Not my favorite though, but yeah, it gets the job done, especially with the drop are pretty good on this map. And you got, like I told you in the starting of the video, you can go do missions. After you do a couple missions, you have enough hexagon point to go ahead and grab yourself what you need. So here, gonna fly off. I think we went to the other drop right there. Yeah, I think so. So basically what I'm doing right now, I'm flying off to hit a couple drops, see if I can get something interesting. After that we're gonna build a little outpost. I call them outposts because I basically, when I'm on a cluster like that, especially since a cluster have different dino on it, most of the time I'm gonna do some outposts on other map just to go and grab the good stuff that I want. So from Genesis 2, the stuff that I'm gonna want is Maywings. Maywing are awesome, are really awesome to do. Pretty easy tame if you know how to do it. It's pretty fast to do it. It's not that complicated. Like you hop on Gen 2, level up till you're, I think it's about 50, and you're gonna get that gun that you can use like underwater. And that gun, basically you can equip it with a projectile net. So the net, what it's gonna do, because if you try to tame a Maywing like the old-fashioned way, try to approach it with a baller and try to knock it down, it's gonna fly off like in a heartbeat. So the best way, the best method that I found was to leveling up my character till I level up enough so I can go do myself the spear gun and the net projectile. So right now what you're gonna see, it's me just gadding around, go and gather some tools, gather some materials to build a little outpost. I think it's gonna be only like a 2x2. It's a tiny house that I do when I do an outpost, because obviously I won't spend much time on Genesis 2 except from trying to tame a few Maywing. Try my luck on the Shadow Mane. Shadow Mane are, well, quite hard to do actually. They're not that hard to do, but it's just the process of doing it. Every time I tried, every time they woke up, and because it's another passive thing. But yeah, they woke up, ripped me apart, and I die like 1,000 times. Tried to do them on official, even here on unofficial. Every time I approach, even if I wear ghillie suit, even if I crawl on the ground, even if I like everything I tried, end up by me losing my health to a one mad cat. So yeah. So for now we're just gonna build the outpost real quick. We're gonna go gather some fiber, wood, thatch, everything that we need. And since the drop are pretty good over here, what I usually try to do is, when I play on a cluster map, or if I play on official, I'm gonna head out to Genesis Part 2 like first thing in the morning. Try to do a couple drop, because sometimes you get lucky and you can unlock like pretty advanced stuff. Like I remember in the beginning of Gen 2, it was so the Gen 2 was so broken. Every time you hit, I think it was like the widest drop that they got, you get like a tech generator or a tech replicator or something tech. It was stupid crazy. Like you basically jump on Genesis Part 1, you were level 1 and you had tech at your base. It was stupid like that. But it's a thing. Like I don't really mind the real high loot, but at the same time, if you don't work for your stuff, you're gonna start to get bored with the game. I don't know about you guys, but that's how I am. If it's too, let's say a server is less easy, like in the hard in more hard to gather the stuff and everything, like official raid, I'm gonna go on official raid, and basically if I start a new base over there, I have a, like, I would say at least a month, not a month, but maybe 3 weeks, that I'm gonna be really into the game, because I know I gotta farm this, I know I got to tame this, trying to make alliance with new tribe, and trying to make some friends on the server and stuff like that. So I know for a few weeks I'm gonna be pretty busy. But after those few weeks, and you get like you get at a certain point that the only things left to do, it's either the boss, or if you want to go to the boss fight, it's like doing like the raising, taming some good wrecks, raise a bunch of stuff to go and start doing the boss fight. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. It's super fun. But at the same time, oh my god, when we arrive there, that's when I usually get bored, because I'm like, well, my base is built. I don't have to do shit except breeding, maybe taming, and that's when for me it's the sign that it's like, okay, let's do this, let's do that. Like, it's not a bad thing, but at the same time, for me, it's the boring part of the game. I like the boss fight. I like building. I like the start of the raising, start of the taming. You know, when you don't have any tame at all and you basically run around on the island and you tame your first raptor, so you got your first raptor, and then you try to tame another one, and you start building up your pack of raptor, and then you go for carnos and everything else. That's the fun part. But when you go unofficial and you already got your base set up, you got a few wrecks, you started to breed. Now you got those timer unofficial, like maybe like 20 hours or something like that, even more, to wait for another egg. So if you want to hatch them in a bunch, you need to hop on a few days at a time and just like pop some egg, and then you store it all up, and one weekend you start super early cooking down the egg, and it's just that it's long. I really like the game, but sometimes it just gets so boring. Yeah, you got more to do than just that. Like, you need to explore, you need to do your stuff, you need a ton of stuff to do. But yeah. So as you see, I built some storage inside that small house. I'm gonna put a lot more storage in there just because of the drop system over here. And when we gonna get set up on the island that I can actually do a good amount of metal and stuff like that, we're gonna craft a couple safe. Then we're gonna bring some safe here. We're gonna put them. We're gonna maybe take down that outpost and do a smaller base, but just like more like a couple of beds, one smithy, and the rest is all safe, if you know what I mean. It's just to get the more storage that you need on that map because of the good loot. So yeah, so over here I'm gonna finish putting down some preserving bin. And I'm pretty sure that I already mentioned why I'm using preserving bin, but instead I did not mention it. The reason why I use preserving bin like that, you can basically use them as storage. And why do I use them? It's because they're smaller. They take a lot less space. Like a lot. Like if I would do the other one, they would basically take almost all of the space inside that square building there. By me taking those one, I'm gonna be able to put a smithy down, I'm gonna be able to put my bed down, and I'm gonna have plenty of storage. Because regular storage, like you got the small box, I think they're 20, 25 or something like that. 20, 15? Yeah, 15, I think. Whatever. So you got the small box, small wooden box that take barely nothing. You got the bigger one, the wooden closet. Those are pretty good, but they still take a lot of space. But they only take 45 instead of those one. Those one take a little bit of space instead of the big one, but they can hold 48. So 48, it's still better than 45. Not better than a safe at 300 in 300 space, but still good. So now we're at that point of the video that I'm gonna tell you, subscribe to the channel if you want to subscribe, if you want to see more, and don't forget to leave a like and leave a comment if you want to see something. I'm gonna reply as soon as possible, and it's a pleasure for me to do those kind of video. If it can help someone out, heck, it makes my day. So right now what I'm doing, we're gonna do a mission, and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about with the hexagon and stuff. So over here, so I thought I saw a small box that give you the notes, but it was a jumper pad. So I went back there, and the one that I always do, that it's easier for me, is the only one that got a timer on it. So yeah, we're gonna wait the 2 minutes, 2 minute 37 or whatever it is, and we're gonna do the slide and glide. It's not a tough one, it's a pretty easy one. Over here on unofficial, I think people can change the number, how much hexagon reward they give, because basically here you can see it give 2,000, and on regular it give like 800 if I remember correctly. So it's not the good point. But anyway, inside that thing you can go on the leaderboard, you can check timers that people did the mission before you, you can check the effect, because on Genesis 2 every mission you do an effect. It either boosts the baby rate, boosts the maturing rate, boosts how much the dino output in damage, reduce the wild dino damage. Some of them give better hexagon reward. Yeah, they give a lot of stuff. Like you see the one that I just selected, baby boom. So this one will hatchling grow up faster. So that means that the dino that I'm gonna hatch, if I hatch here, they're gonna go 1.5 times faster. So let's say this server is 2.5 on the hatch time. So we're gonna add another 1.5 on top of that, because it's gonna boost the hatching speed and the growing speed of the dino. So instead of a 2.5, it's gonna become a 4 time. 4 time, it's starting to go pretty good when you raise something. So over here I was struggling because the timer hit 0. I had to go off the pad and went back to the mission board. So now I see that slide and glide is open. So I stop the mission tracking and go back there, slide and glide, first one, gamma, and I start the mission.
Should be able to plug you back into the simulation from here. Ready?
So you're gonna see how easy it is and how frustrating sometimes it is, because the glide technique, it's kind of wanky at the beginning that you start doing the mission, but as far as money wise, unofficial it give, like I say, around 800. So I know every mission I do, it's at least one cryopod. There are ways to go and grab a lot more cryopod in the game, and one of the fastest way that I saw was not the grinding method, when you go and grind a bunch of stuff and do that. No, the fastest way I saw is when, if you got a giga, or you got something strong, go to extinction, the map extinction, and there you got orbital drop, that drop from the sky, and you go there, you go up to the drop, and you have to basically, you have to go there and protect the orbital drop for 6 wave. It's gonna say 5 wave, but they count 0 out of 5 as a wave. So it's really 6 wave. But you're gonna have 6 wave of creature that's gonna come and try to attack the gonna try to attack the drop and everything.
Ride that updraft.
So yeah, here you're gonna see what I'm talking about with the frustration with the glider. So I went there, tried to land on the spot of hair, didn't land me down. So I was like, what the hell is going on? So I catch it on my way as I was trying to go back, and I tried to glide over the top of the ledge here, didn't work, so I fall down, went back, and now I was able to go and go on the top of the mountain. But anyway, going back on to extinction map. So yeah, on extinction map, like I was telling you about, you got orbital drop that come down, you got 6 wave to defend it. But let me tell you, the reward of going there and defending a drop, even a blue orbital drop, those are the weakest one. Even the blue orbital drop is gonna give you a ton of stuff. A ton of stuff. It's gonna give you armor, it's gonna give you blueprint, a couple cryopod, not the most, but it's gonna give you good stuff, and like building material and stuff like that. Like sometimes they even drop like, oh, let's say 50 wooden foundation. Obviously you won't need 50 wood foundation, but if you got the wood foundation, heck, just lay it down and start. When it's laid down, if you snap a couple together and you leave the last one that you decide, you can go in and just place another one down, and it's gonna destroy the last one, and it's gonna give you the stuff like the wood and everything like that. So basically what you can do, if you got a stack of 50 foundation, stay close to a wooden chest or something like that that you can drop the object, and you can just basically just go ahead and destroy everything, and just like snap, and it's gonna auto destroy the last one. So it's just gonna keep giving you the stuff, giving you, so you're gonna fill up on material to build or just to gather, and it's pretty awesome. But if you do the yellow one, when you do the yellow one, they are tougher. a lot tougher, trust me. But they gonna give better reward. You're gonna get a lot more cryopod. You're gonna get a lot of good armor, good saddle, good blueprint, guns, tranks, everything that you need to be set in the game. But the only thing, as I do most of the time, when I start, I'm gonna start farming all the metal that I need. So basically, when I farm the metal, I'm gonna talk to people on the server, obviously. Gonna start talking to the people. Hey, what's up? I'm on this server, blah blah blah. Anyone's got like something to sell? So most of the time, the people that won't talk to you, just leave them be. Just leave them be, because if nobody respond, and you start like, oh, nobody's wanna help, blah blah blah, you're gonna start some drama. So don't even go there. So basically, and I'm not talking like just arriving inside the server and just like, hey, I'm new, give me stuff. No, that you will get not the good people around you, because you're gonna get on the nerve of people that's been there for a long time and stuff like that. So yeah, work yourself a base, start grinding off some tools and stuff like that, then start cooking some metal, start doing some metal run, stack up on metal, because most of the time people's gonna ask like hard poly or something like that. But if you talk to them, say, look, listen, I don't have hard poly, but I can do metal ingot. Some of them's gonna tell you, okay, well, they ask like, I don't know, like 10k hard poly for the giga. Maybe they're gonna ask you 15, 20k of ingots. But trust me, it's worth it. So when you're gonna go and do yourself a trade with someone, trade with him, buy a giga. Then with the giga, go on extinction. Depending on the giga that you have, because some of the giga that people's gonna sell you are not that good, but some of them's gonna be really good. You wanna try to get something at least 400 and more melee. That is perfect. And if it got low health, it's not that bad, but it's not that good, because you need the health. But yeah, you go after that on extinction, and you just do yellow drop and red drop, and you're gonna be golden. You're gonna have everything you need. So right now I bought hide from the Hexagon exchange, and now you're gonna see I'm gonna spend everything that we collect on those cryopod. Cryopod, for those of you that just start up the game and don't know what cryopod is, basically it's like a Pokeball in the Pokemon. You're gonna go up to your dino, you're gonna use that on the dino, and it's gonna collect the dino so you can move freely. So yeah, here you're gonna see I'm gonna tame the moss chop, just because I got a little affection going on for the moss chop. They're not that great. Unofficial, I usually don't tame them because
Welcome to the Hexagon Exchange.
it's a waste of time. But anyway, on this one, I'm gonna, since it's an unofficial, the rates are boosted a bit, I go and tame them.
Let's do this
Because the
again.
moss chop gonna be able to gather wood, thatch, they're gonna gather berry, they're gonna gather meat, hide. So in the beginning, it's a pretty good, pretty decent dino to have. But yeah, to go back to extinction. So yeah, if you go, let's say you go to the island, work out a deal with a tribe that you don't really know, but you work out a deal with them. Buy a giga. Look at the stats. Okay, stats are not that great, but not that bad. Still have like 600 melee and 25k life. This is pretty good. So now what you're gonna do, you're gonna cryopod the giga, and you're gonna need a good flyer. Like maybe if you still talking to the guy that did the trading with you for the giga, just ask him just for fun. Hey, do you by any chance got like, I don't know, maybe a wyvern for sale? Something with weights? And maybe they're gonna give you one, like, oh, we already trade, and here, have a wyvern. And you either go for a wyvern, a really good weight RG, and if you can work out a deal, if they got gas bag, if they give you like a wyvern and you can get yourself your hand on a gas bag, that is awesome. If not, it's not a problem, since you're going on extinction. So arriving on extinction, if you did work out a deal and you have a regular wyvern and a gas bag, try to cryo them. Try to cryo the gas bag, leave it in your hot bar at the bottom, cryo the giga, and you're gonna see a trail of smoke going to the ground. That trail of smoke is gonna take you to a orbital drop. So basically what you're gonna do, you're gonna go there, you're gonna try to protect the place, you're gonna work, farm, whatever, kill everything that move around it till you clear out the drop. When the drop is cleared, you're gonna collect, it's gonna say triangle on the drop. Hijack the things inside the drop. You press on triangle, everything pops off. Then you take out the gas bag, pick up everything, and that's if only you don't need to go tame a gas bag. If you need to go tame a gas bag, go tame one. But you're gonna put everything in the gas bag, then you're gonna jump on the wyvern, and you're gonna cryo your giga. Then you're gonna jump on the wyvern. You're gonna grab, pressing right thumbstick on the controller. You're gonna grab the gas bag with the wyvern. So even if the wyvern don't have good weight on her, if everything is on the gas bag, she gonna take reduced weight. So since you're picking up the gas bag with her, you're gonna be able to fly to either an obelisk, not an obelisk because they don't have obelisks over there, but you can go in the city and go at a city transmitter and blah 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 and transfer off there. Or you can do like we did on this episode. We did an outpost, we did a couple storage bin inside, and just start storing things away. But if you go do some drops, you're gonna need food, you're gonna need water, you're gonna need a good gas bag, a good wyvern, and a good giga. That is the most precious thing you can have for going farming on extinction. But, well, this one I was talking more about extinction than I should. I just saw the timer, and sometime I start talking and I just like, oh shit. I start talking of everything, and since there are like 30 to 40 minutes video, I don't want to restart every time. So anyway, have fun all. Leave a subscribe, leave a like if you want, leave a comment if you want to see more and what you want to see. I'm gonna see you in the next episode of Ark Startup with Mr. Barb. Have a great day.